for those of you guys that did turn in your stuff the last couple days, I really tried to pay attention to what some of you guys were doing. It appears to me that you don't know where to stop, okay, or keep going, okay, and that's like the key with these, okay. So when we look at the very first one, it says slope-intercept form, okay, and what's slope-intercept form? Okay, because you have to know it in order to be able to do slope-intercept form. Okay, so slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Okay, and what's your m stand for?
Slope.
Slope. What about the b? Yeah, it's the y-intercept, or what's another name for it? You're right. Okay, what's another name for it? It's the starting point. Perfect. I put your stuff back there.
Okay.
I drank some of your Monster.
What?
Ate your donuts. I'm so sorry. I thought about it. Then I was like, nah. Okay, so this one is just a matter of plugging this stuff in. So we got y equals, and our slope we know is m, and our y-intercept is our b. So it's going to be negative 4/3 x plus 0. Okay, number 3 says find the slope of each line. Okay, how do we find slope on a graph?
Rise over run.
Rise over run. Okay, so rise over run. Okay, and so we rise 1, we go over 1. Is this going to be a positive or negative slope?
Negative.
Yeah, it's a negative slope. Okay. So it's just going to be negative 1 over 1 or negative 1, either way. Okay. Okay, the next one says find the slope, okay, of the line through each pair of points. What's our slope formula? That is y2.
y2 minus 1, y1, then x2 minus 2, x1.
Okay, that's our slope formula. And when do you use slope? When do you use your slope formula? So
When there's 2 sets of points.
when there's 2 points that are points. So anytime you see a question and it looks like this, okay, and it's laid out in this form where there's 2 points, you have to use slope first. Okay, so some of you guys, you don't know what to do when there's 2 points and you're like, I don't know. Okay, you have to find slope first. So somewhere on there, maybe write yourself a note. Okay, and then we need to label x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so our slope is going to be y2 is negative 13 minus y1 is 5 over x2 is 17 minus x1 is 19. Okay, well 13 minus 5, negative 18. Over 17 minus 19, negative 2. Okay, what's a negative and a negative? Positive, and then 18 over 2 is 9. Okay, I have found that most of you guys get here. What the problem is that some of you guys continue to go, and then you're trying to put it in slope-intercept or point-slope form. Okay, you need to go back and look at what does it say for you to find. Well, it wanted you to find the slope. Did you do that? We did. We used our slope formula, we found the slope. That means we're done. Okay, so I get it, and I know it seems almost unfair if you have the slope and then you continue to go and put point slope on there. Why not just give you the credit for finding the slope? But it's absolutely imperative where to stop, because when you take your standardized test, they're gonna, and it's multiple choice, they'll give you a choice of like this as 9, and then they'll also give you some choices where it's already set up in point slope, and it's very deceiving. Okay, so make sure that you know when and where to stop. Okay, find the slope in the y-intercept of each line. Okay, what form is this in?
Slope-intercept.
It's in slope-intercept form. Okay, which is y equals mx plus b. So what is our m? So some of you guys keep doing this. So we got our y-intercept. Okay, our slope is not 2x. It's just 2. Okay, because the x part, y equals mx plus b. Okay, if we look at this one, the y stayed there, the x stayed there. The y stayed here, the x stays there. That's part of the formula. It's just the number in front of the x. Okay, so the m is just 2. The y-intercept is 4. Okay, the next page says write the slope-intercept form. Okay, what's slope-intercept form? Huh? Y equals mx plus b. Okay, now, and I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. How are you supposed to answer this question if you don't know what it's asking you to do? You can read, right? And I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, right? So you can totally read, but if you don't know the formula, then you don't know what the question is asking you. Does that make sense? So you almost have to have the formulas memorized, the actual name, so slope-intercept form, and what the actual formula is in order for you to be successful. Okay, so this is why I write up above every single time what my stuff should look like. Okay, then I have the title right there, and I have the formula right there, and that kind of lets you know when to stop. So when to stop is when y is all by itself. So write the slope-intercept form of the equation. So we need it in slope-intercept form, which is this. Okay, we have a slope and we have a y-intercept. Okay, so this one's just a matter of plugging the stuff in. Y equals 4x plus 3. So that's it because we wrote it in slope-intercept form. That y is all by itself, so we know that we're done. Okay, look at 11. Write the slope-intercept form. What's slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. Okay, don't pay attention to all this other stuff. We need to write the slope-intercept form. All this other stuff is kind of irrelevant. Okay, we need to write slope-intercept form. That means that my answer should look like that when I'm done. Okay, so what do you find first? We got a graph. Huh?
Y.
We got to find the intercept first, which is what?
1.
Negative 2. That's where it crosses the y line.
And then
Oh, that's how we do it.
find the n, which is where's from.
Well, okay, but how do I find the rise over run? What do I need to find before I can find that? Because I can rise or run anywhere, right?
Where it crosses.
Yeah, I need to find another point where it's going to cross. So you can use this point, or you could use this point. Okay, so how much are we going to rise?
1.
1. And how much are we going to run?
4.
4. And should it be positive or negative?
Negative.
Should be a negative. Okay, and it doesn't matter which point you chose. You go from the lowest point to the highest point. Hello? You're so annoying. What? Hi! I have a class right now. She can come up in a little bit, like towards the end of the bell. I'll call her. Okay, let's look at the next one. It says write the point slope form of the equation of line. What's point slope form?